Well, I never fully introed, so I can intro now. Hey, whoops, lost. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy, Jack Wildebeest, out here with Wakai Kami Productions, and
Yes, and we're getting stomped. I'm sorry. we're
I'm
getting
getting
stomped in For Honor, boys.
talked over, left and right. You can, like, endorse. We're playing, yeah, I'm playing Overwatch. He's playing For Honor, I think.
Yes, it's very, very stressful.
My broadcast cut out. So sorry about that. Hopefully it doesn't do it again. Ooh, that made me
Let's hope
mad.
not, man. That sucks.
I don't want to stay as a team.
Jesus, dude. I'm literally getting thrown off the cliff over and over and over again.
Really?
Yeah, they have a bunch of just, like, people who are just pushing. All of they dudes have really good grab technique. It sucks, dude. This sucks. This is a bad lobby.
Pushers. Well, I guess if my stream, like, goes out, then I can just, like, continue talking on yours.
This is true. This will always be true.
So, my voice
Come on,
will
Valkyrie.
not
You need
go
to stay with me.
unheard. Speaking of which, all you viewers of mine, go subscribe to Wakai Kami Productions. He's a really cool channel. Does a lot of really cool streams and really cool videos.
Awesome. Thank you, Zach. Thank you. Oh.
You're welcome. Just doing my part.
Oh, and you can go ahead and plug your channel on.
Oh, so I have to do it? Okay. I'm just kidding.
I would plug it for you right now, but oh god, if you knew the disaster that was happening to us right now, and the amount of concentration that I'm going through.
Okay.
God, killed the.
Well,
Ow, but I got hit by the flames. Go ahead, sir.
Jack. Yeah, you're gonna like tell me to plug myself, and then you're gonna talk and then talk over.
I'm sorry, dude. I'm very sorry. If you knew, you just knew right now. So go ahead and then give.
Okay. I'm Jack Wildebeest, and I am a super cool streamer of sorts, and I usually do Overwatch and Injustice and all that stuff.
And by the way, his streams are freaking amazing. They're really cool to catch at work. I try to catch his streams at work while he's they're pretty cool to watch. So everybody, excuse my anger. We just got stumped into the, but please and thank you. It'd be amazing. It'd be amazing. The match is over if you couldn't tell. The stomping has been thoroughly done.
Good. I'm trying to like get back because like you keep getting all staticky. I'm trying.
I'm staticky?
Yes, you're staticky. But
oh no.
Oh well, I don't know if that's me or not. This might.
Nope, they just threw me back into the same lobby.
My brother moved his mic. Otherwise, I would have used his mic because of the. It's getting kind of bad. Okay. Oh, I should probably start a game. I've just been sitting here not doing anything on Overwatch.
So Overwatch, man, I haven't even like. I tried to play it when it first came out. That was the experience that I had with that game.
Oh,
and ever since then, I kind of haven't touched it. But it seems like it's like one of those games that are like this ever evolving. You know what I mean? It seems like a game that changes all the time. So I'm kind of interested in that game myself. I may even start playing Overwatch if I really consider it to be like worth it.
I am not the person who plays first-person shooters. I am 100% not that type of person, or at least I wasn't. I've never really been into that. It was like fighting and racing games, all the party games.
Mm-hmm.
But then I get this, and I really like the art style. So because I'm an artist, you see, and so I like start playing it because my brother had it, and now I like always play it, and like now it kind of has opened me up to like other first-person shooters.
So when I started playing, I was a typical weeb, dude. I started as Genji, and that's the only character that I want to play. Like, Genji is literally the only character that I want to play in the game, and I don't know, and I guess that throws off some people. Some people don't like Genji mains from what I hear, so that kind of threw me off, per se, to play the game. Because, I mean, I like, what's his name with the bow and arrow, dude? Hanzo, right?
Because he's Genji's brother.
See, there you go. That's the only two dudes I want to play with, man. It's probably just because I'm a weeb.
I wanted to be Junkrat because I really liked him, giving me mad.
He used to wreck me.
But then
yeah, he used to wreck me hard.
Really?
Yeah, dude, bad.
Oh, Oh, I don't want to be tank or a healer. But then I like the more I played, the more I kind of got open, and now it's like Soldier 76 and Diva are like my two mains. I play them more than Junkrat, but I really like Junkrat.
Hmm.
But I would almost say that I am a Soldier 76 main.
I like
I would
Diva, dude.
Diva's really good. I do really like Diva. I think I
But I
have
know,
like a
like,
sorry.
oh, go ahead, dude.
This is gonna happen a lot. We're both too nice.
It's the polite hour, dude.
But you
We're like
said it.
young British men.
I was in charge. Okay. So yeah. Oh shoot, what was I gonna say? Oh, I have like for each like defense, offense, tank, and support, I have like a character picked for each. So like say they need like a tank, then I'm Diva. Need defense, then I'm Junkrat or Bastion. It's like I always have like a certain character.
I like Genji. And I like Hanzo. And I'm about to get ganked over it. Hey, I need to pay attention to what
Well
I'm
then,
doing. Oh
have
no,
fun,
it's a
cause
Shigoki over there.
every game I've played, it's been like tank or support, nothing else. And those two aren't either. Oh, holy crap. I'm not doing good. Sorry, sorry,
That's not
sorry,
it.
sorry viewers.
Oh, got him.
If you're long time Jack Wildebeest viewers, then you probably saw this coming. Just kidding. I've actually done some like pretty
That
cool
should have been a
stuff
good
this year.
parry.
I was about to say, I've gotten play of the game, which is like, especially coming from never playing first-person shooters. That's when I knew I was good, when I got play of the game
Hmm.
for the first time, and now I've gotten it quite a few times. So
That's
it's
always a
like,
good feeling, dude.
it's
That
just
and like kill cam and like Call of Duty or something like that. When you get the last kill cam, that's like amazing feeling. Especially
yeah.
when it's just a saucy kill, dude. Oh my god.
I only see the kill cams for like when they kill me, and I turn that off because I hate seeing my failures. I hate it. I hate it.
I hate seeing my failures.
Come on, come
I
on,
feel
come on.
you, dude. That's too real.
Get away from me. Get away from me.
Jesus, dude. Come on.
Oh, that was a wall.
I'm not
Okay,
having a good opening session at all.
so we talked about a whole lot of stuff. so, so I'm gonna get on to the topic that's in the title of the video. So,
They are popping fireworks outside, buddy.
oh, they were yesterday. Like right outside my door. Well, not right outside, but like I could hear it from outside. Oh, mech. Mech. Okay. So anyway, yeah, E3. That happened 2 weeks ago,
It sure did.
and fun story time. Uh, I love E3. That's like Christmas to me. But this year was a whole lot different because being the nerd I am, I took notes. Um, which you'll be like, that's dumb. Like I watched IGN, which I think they're like the best to watch any stream, like E3 or Comic Con, because they're like they do really good coverage. But
Mhm.
uh, like every game they do, I'd write down notes about like what they talk about, every hands-on, and then I also
Good
wrote down
parry.
every game that was in every conference. And I did that, and it actually kind of opened me up to like more games that I've never played before, or more games like types of games that like I never really thought I'd play, because I like knew kind of more about it, and when I used to like just like skip it or go like make a sandwich.
So, like, what kind of games in E3 really like excited you this time around, though? Like, what made this one such a good E3?
Oh, whole lot of them. I mean, okay. Well, I'll say like the ones that excited me, and then we'll go further into them when we get to them,
Hmm.
if that's okay.
Nah, that's
I'm
cool, dude.
I'm the captain. Look at
I am the
me.
captain now.
Look at
Look
me.
at me. That boy is so ugly to me, dude. That dude is like a cartoon character ugly.
So I don't see him in anything else. I never saw him in anything else except for that. Except for that, like, I didn't even see the movie. I just knew that part. Oh, we are killing it out here, dude. I'm not
That's
even
punish.
paying attention. Okay, so I would say the number one game for me would have to be Smash Bros. 100%.
For sure, 100%. I agree with you. Actually, you know what? Maybe I don't, and I'm gonna tell you why. But go ahead and explain why Smash Bros is your favorite.
Well,
I want to hear
just
why.
I honestly, even when it was announced and it seemed very like that it wouldn't be a port, I still had in my head that it was a port. And there were,
I thought
and
it would be
like
a port too, honestly.
looking back, oh, you, something happened with your mic and it sounds a whole lot better now.
Does it?
Yeah, it sounded for a little bit, sounded like you were like underwater. But I
Because I
didn't say
was
anything.
underwater, bro. I was taking that journey.
Okay, just took your TV with
Under
you.
the sea, under the sea, down where it's better. It's always wetter. Take it from me.
Out
I'm
on the
sorry, I had to
shore
get
they
that off real
slave
quick.
away.
You thought we were about to break into pure Disney song, huh?
I can't remember anything else after that. But oh gosh, this stream's already fun. This stream's gonna be fun. Cause this is I go on tangents and I'll talk about something and then just like go off the rails.
I mean, that's how real life is for me, dude. Every day
I
something
was about
different.
to say.
And by every day something different, I mean every day is exactly the same, give or take a few details.
Okay. All right. No, just anyway, Smash Bros. For me, like I said, I thought it was gonna be a port. Um, I thought like all the evidence kind of like proves that it shouldn't have been, or proves that it like it wouldn't be, because like why would it be the big game that Nintendo would announce if it was a port? Why would they have that big a trailer if it wasn't a port?
Right.
But still, I had doubts, and then for that, ooh, we'll talk more about it later. But it's looking to be my best game of the year, I think.
You think so? I
I
mean,
think
Smash has been such a pivotal game anyway, dude. Like Smash 4 was amazing. I'm more of a melee player myself, but Smash 4 was literally freaking amazing, dude. One of the best games, most
that's
polished
what,
games that I've played, especially on the Wii U. So
and
Smash Ultimate's gonna be incredible. You could just guarantee that.
and like I have like all the memories I have. I will say I think my favorite, because I do like 4, but I will say, and this is like different opinion, my favorite might be Brawl.
I
Just
mean, that's respectable. Some people really like Brawl.
I don't know what it
Me
is. I mean,
personally, I like Brawl because you could turn it into Project M, which makes it entirely fun for me because it makes Brawl into more of a melee type
Melee
game, but
was
with the
the
Brawl characters and everything. Yeah.
yeah, which I like, but I really like the story mode, which I've like played
hmm
twice since I got it, and both times I've been like completely in love with it. Like it
The
holds up.
subspace emissary is really really fun, except for when you get to the end. Is the only part that sucks when you gotta, dude. Trying to find taboo at the end is
Ooh,
really
the
hard, dude.
first time I did it, I kid you not, it took like 2 months for me to finish that like maze part because I was so lost. And then like the second time I played it, I knew exactly what I was doing, but it still took me like a week. But
Man,
it took me.
I was so desperate to grind Smash Bros. Brawl when it first came out that I played it all like in one sitting. But that part took all night. It was the worst, dude. Like me and my cousins all used to play games and we'd pass off. You know, like hey, you do this part, we do this part, we do this part, right?
Yeah.
Nobody wanted to finish the maze because we just couldn't figure it out, dude. It was that hard.
Because it was just confusing, and the way it was like, the way it was set up, like you had to make sure all the, like the trophies wouldn't show up, so you had to keep going back to this main room before you could go to the next room, and you had to go in like corners that like were very hard to get to. It was like so crazy, and all the
Word,
enemies were
word.
just pains in the ass. All the they like. There's one that like becomes a platform and just like whoop takes you,
Some of
takes
the
you
enemies
up.
were just like, well, who thought of this? You know what I mean? Like, who? It was either extremely lazy or entirely creative. Whoever came up with the enemy set for this
They
game,
sh
but I gotta say they were very annoying,
they
even
should
more
just
so annoying than some of the fighters.
they should have just taken like pre-existing enemies instead of like making all those new stupid ones.
Some of them were really hard to kill too, man. They really were.
I know, and like I knew like some of them I had to, because my little brother was actually playing it
Wow.
a little bit ago, and I had to like coach him how to defeat like most of them. And I
Yeah,
was
even when
like,
you try to play that game on very hard, dude, it gets crazy.
oh,
It
I
gets
never played it
ridiculous.
on very hard. I do like hardly play games on very hard, because I am not as skilled as I make it out to be.
Oh yeah, dude.
Uh,
Like when it comes to Smash Bros, I'll play it on very hard just cause. It's just like if I don't, it won't be like fun. Now the subspace emissary is a different thing because of the way that it's set up. Playing it on hard mode is almost asking for trouble. Like you don't really want to do that.
I just
You
like
want to play it on like normal or something. Like I played it on very hard, but it's not fun.
the thing I love about it is I'm pretty sure like no words were said in that entire thing, but the story was so easy to follow. Like
Yeah, it's one of
there
those
were,
classic Nintendo stories.
it was like very simple. Like they didn't even have to explain why everybody was like in the same world. They just it was oh ooh. Then we both diva bombed like right next to each other. Okay. What would you say was your favorite?
My favorite game at
What
E3,
you're
best in
big.
show for sure for me, was Resident Evil 2, like without a doubt.
Ooh,
Because
okay.
once you said Smash, it kind of got me hyped because you know I remember how cool Smash was and everything, right?
I wasn't
But
expecting that.
Resident Evil 2 is the most impressive thing that I've seen at E3, and for as long as Resident Evil fans have been waiting on Resident Evil 2, it's like it was finally there, bro. They announced this. I don't remember how far back, but it's been a good amount of years that they said they were going to do a Resi 2 remake because you know we got the Resi 1 remake and it was a classic, phenomenal hit. You know, one of the best games ever.
Yeah.
So Resi 2 being one of the better games already without the remake had to be even better. And what they showed us, dude, it's got me more hyped for that game than almost any only other games that I've ever been more hyped for are Zelda games, and that's because Zelda's my favorite series. But I've never been more hyped for a game than I have been for Resi 2, the remake. It's gonna be so good. I already pre-ordered it. I already bought it. Like I'm going to go get it. I'm gonna call off work when it comes off. It comes out in January too, the same month as
I
Kingdom
think
freaking
so.
Hearts.
Okay.
Yeah, it comes the same month as Kingdom Hearts, so
Oh,
that's gonna
well,
be. Unfortunately, I'm just not gonna play Kingdom Hearts until after I play Resident Evil. That's just gonna have. That's how it's
oh,
gonna.
this
I'll buy them
next,
both, but
this next, like, and this next, and the year, and then like, pretty much, yeah, the next year is going to be a nightmare for me when it comes to video games.
oh yeah, dude, it's
Because
gonna be
there is
bad.
just so much. Okay, so let me get into. We've gone off the rails, but that's okay. Uh, we're not a structured train. Um, this is how it's gonna go. So I wrote when they did, I wrote down like hands-on notes about different games, and I'll talk about those. But like, and then I'll also talk about the conferences and like how I felt about the conference, and how like
Right.
all that, and then
Welcome to the stream.
what? Oh.
I was saying welcome.
I was
He,
like, what?
he said, "What are you saying to me, boy?"
Huh, I'm already here.
Look at this kid
Uh,
say, "I'm about to get over here and help, dude. This Aramusha's over here, edgelord walking. Come fight."
but the games that like I don't have hands-on notes for, I'll talk with the conference. So like we'll start with the best conference, EA. That was sarcastic.
No,
I
no, siree,
totally did.
Bob. I will
I,
not participate in these lies, my boy.
I never really did like EA's until that like one year they did like Sims 4. They announced that, and I was like, oh cool. They ran out of ideas for like Sims DLC, so they made a new one.
Dude, EA's conference was so cringy. It was so
It's
cringy,
it
bro.
always is. Apparently, like it like
But
every
it is.
every
It gets worse and worse every year. But this year, dude, they had those dudes come out from the Madden Pro Tournament, and it was the worst thing
Oh, that
I've
was
ever seen in my whole life. They was like, dude said like something like, "Gotta get this paper, man," or "Restack paper, man," and they memed it immediately. Like he was immediately turned
I
into a meme,
remember
dude.
that. I was like
Yeah, bro.
it was at that point, and then the like app Command and Conquer app like
Oh,
little
bad.
tournament thing.
Everybody wanted Command and Conquer to come back, right? No,
Yeah. See,
they give them a cell phone game, dude.
that's how that's almost how I
Oh, it's
felt
bad.
when Ubisoft announced last year the South Park game, and I was like, oh well, they're done with South Park. I was like, okay, but that one's actually fun. Like, I didn't
Fun
expect that one
fact,
to
I
be.
have never actually played any of those South Park games.
Ooh, I have, and I can
Not the
stream
Stick
it
of Truth or
because it's on my computer.
uh-oh, I'm
Stick of
about to get
Truth,
ganked.
and I don't watch South Park. I don't watch South Park, but like Stick of Truth is so fun. It's a
I
little
just got
annoying
two-shotted.
because it's
I'm
RP.
sorry, dude. I just you know what the high so you know what a Highlander is with the big old sword and everything.
Yes.
You know what they are. He just hit me twice and disemboweled me. He destroyed me, dude. I'm kind of
Disembowel.
salty about it.
Oh no.
I'm pretty salty about it, my boy.
I'm pretty solid. Me boy, Sponge boy, me Bob.
Sponge
Okay.
boy, me man.
Oh God. That sounded like very close. Okay, so I will say EA did pull out some like stuff that I liked. Sorry, teammate, I'm talking. I didn't pay attention. Um,
What did they say that you like?
well, uh, I'm trying to look. Well,
Well, I
honestly,
know one thing. Oh, go ahead.
I was about to say honestly, and this was like one of the biggest surprises of E3. Anthem. I did not really
Yeah, dude.
expect to like that as much as I did. Like,
Anthem is one of the big ones for me, dude. I can't wait to play Anthem, especially I got a group of people that we like to play a lot of games with, dude, and Anthem is just set up for that to be perfect, dude. Like it's set up to be the perfect. Plus with Destiny 2, we played me and your brother, dude, we played Destiny 1 real hard. And we tried to get into Destiny 2 and we just couldn't, man. Like Destiny 2 sucked.
Anthem already looks like it's gonna be like the next big like streaming
It's
game,
gonna
the
be the
next
Destiny
big.
killer, yeah.
It's gonna be the next big, and which is like because it seemed like so small in the like last E3 compared to like what they did because I just remember hearing like the name. I don't remember anything about it, and then like this year, all sorts of stuff was revealed. So what do I
I,
have?
I think I like the most that they said that there's not going to be loot boxes because like EA has this terrible stigma about it right now, bro. Where, like everything's loot boxes, everything's money, and they finally like yeah, they're gonna be in the game, but they're just gonna be cosmetic. And I appreciate that because I mean if you want to pay money to make your dude look tricked out and everything, that's cool. Just don't make it pay to win. I was
Exactly.
impressed with EA as well because I played Battlefront 2. And the new character announcements for Battlefront 2, even though they were sloppily done, dude. Some dirty looking hipster came out and announced it. But at least like they announced that we were getting Clone War era heroes. We were
And
getting
then
freaking Obi-Wan, Grievous, Anakin, and Dooku, which is freaking beautiful for
and then they
Battlefront.
and then they added that Endor hunt mode, which like seemed pretty cool.
Oh
Like that.
yeah, yeah, that looks pretty cool too.
And then
We
and
get
then
Geonosis as a map too.
yeah, and then the Kessel also.
Oh yeah,
But
for sure.
that was probably already announced with Solo. But, which I
This
saw that
freaking
by the way.
Shigoki thinks he's a parry lord. Did you see Solo?
Yeah, it's actually pretty
How'd
good.
you like it?
I liked it. Not too many people did, but I liked
Well, I see. What I've heard mainly
it.
has been a response from people saying they really, really like it, from the people who went to go see it, but a lot of people just simply didn't go see it.
Uh, yeah, cause like, and I will say, out of like the Star Wars ones, it feels like one of the same thing with, well, maybe not, but it feels like kind of the one to be like, maybe not go see this one and wait for DVD. Like, but that's also kind of how I felt about Rogue One, and I saw it
Got him.
both in theaters.
Rogue One to me will still be the goat of the Star Wars anthology stories. I almost killed both of them. I almost killed both of them, but I missed my parry. It's
I
all
will
good.
say, when they're standalone movies, the characters are handled a whole lot better. Like,
Yeah,
when,
because Rogue One pretty much was like everybody here is gonna die, so none of these characters need any development at all.
ooh, got play of the game,
There you go, buddy.
and I didn't even do that much. Shot a man. Oh, this was like just recently.
Shot a man. I robbed a man. Shot a man. You know, the usual.
I like this. They now added like endorsement, so now you can like reward players for like doing stuff.
Boy, get
Uh,
cucked, boy.
but I haven't really like been paying attention. Okay, so Anthem. Things I wrote down about it. One thing that I really liked is that every character has the four different suits. and then they can be customized and leveled up, and then you can also, like, for different missions, change into the suit. You don't have to have someone be that specific suit. You have, like, the heavy suit, you have the storm suit.
Which is gonna make teams super dynamic and super cool. I think that's the best part about it because you can be like, hey, bro, you'll be our heavy, you know, you'll be this person, you'll be that, yada yada yada, so and so, which will really do what Destiny set out to do with the different classes, with the
Yeah.
Titan and everything like that. They had Titans, you know, they had Hunters and all that stuff to try to create a different type of play style, but they didn't achieve it properly, in my opinion. Anthem looks like with this amount of customizability, if that's a word, customizability. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
With the way that you can
customization.
customize customization. Thank you, English professor. With the type of customization that they offer, it's gonna be really cool to see the type of setups that people run with, and especially to see the type of team dynamics that like pro teams end up coming out with. You know?
Yeah, and it seems like it's a whole lot easier to be like, okay, this didn't work. Here, let me go get into this suit and we'll try it again. Or like, here, why don't you get in that suit and then I'll switch to this one. And then, like, I think it's, I don't know, it makes it a whole lot easier, I think.
What's up,
And
MK? Yeah, I remember you, dude. You tuned in for my Resident Evil 4 stream. It's freaking
I've been
awesome, dude.
getting,
I'm actually probably gonna stream some Resident Evil 4 here later on tonight. Hopefully I'll get the chance. I'm actually putting a video together tonight too, so probably be on some Resident Evil 4 if you want to tune in for that stream as well. But thanks for dropping in. I'm
oh, then we
with
better
my
get,
good friend Jack Wildebeest here. We're just talking about some E3 right now.
we better get rolling on the conversation then so you can do that. Because we got lots to talk about. Hopefully
Right.
this won't run too long.
But
I,
yeah, dude, like Anthem is probably when it comes to the multiplayer games, Anthem's up there, but there's one that was better, not to switch from EA to Bethesda, but I just gotta say, dude, Fallout 76, even though I was a little bit skeptical, right? I was a little bit skeptical about Fallout at the beginning.
yeah,
I'm actually pretty excited about the multiplayer aspect that Fallout 76 is going to offer now. I really want to see, because a lot of my friends, dude, we did the Destiny thing, right? And it was
yeah.
fun. That social aspect of the game was fun. So if they bring that into an open world like Fallout, dude, that's going to be fantastic. And I hope Anthem can do the same type of thing. I hope Anthem, dude, I'm like on a team with everybody with a Dragon Ball emblem right now, so
I will
it's definitely
say,
some weebs on my team.
the only, like, I did not watch Square Enix and I did not watch Bethesda's, and I don't have anything about yeah, Fallout. So, like, if you want to talk about that, I
About
did hear,
Fallout?
yeah, I did hear a whole lot of cool stuff about it.
So when it comes to Fallout, people have really mixed opinions about it, right? So I don't like to read people's opinionated pieces on certain things because it can kind of change your bias towards the game. I'm
Yeah,
trying to keep Fallout 76 in a very positive perspective for when it comes out. So I haven't really learned that much about it besides from what they showed at E3. You see what I'm
isn't
saying?
isn't
But
it
what they
like
showed at E3, oh, go
open
ahead.
world? Isn't it like open world, like
Yeah, it's
online?
open world just like every other Fallout game, right? It's open world and everything. But the new thing being the multiplayer. That's what gets everybody. You know, is Fallout really supposed to be multiplayer? Is it supposed to? You know, or are they just trying to get with the times? That boy thought he was gonna get me. Come on now.
Yeah,
Oh,
that
this is
does
a
kind
bot.
of
No wonder he's looking like a clown. Oh,
that does kind of seem a little weird. Because I remember, like, my brother, he played it, like, by himself pretty much. Or he'd play it and other people would play it, but it'd always be kind of singular.
what's up? What's
Yay!
up? How's everybody doing? Welcome to the stream.
Got 3 murders.
Dude, I can't look away. I gotta check my comments here in a second, dude. I gotta look away.
Okay.
It's too hectic out here.
Do you have a time you want to go to? Or,
Do I have a what now?
like, a time that you want the stream to go to? Or do you want to do another
Oh,
game?
not necessarily. I'm just gonna stream for
Okay.
pretty much until I feel like streaming some Resident Evil.
Okay, well, like I said, I'll try to hurry along.
You know what though? And if we're being completely honest about E3 and what was the most exciting thing, if it wasn't Resident Evil, everybody got spanked. I didn't think this E3 was that impressive. I think everybody got spanked by Nintendo simply because Nintendo said Smash Bros.
I kind of get that.
Like, you know what I mean? I gotta feel like Nintendo said Smash. I'm getting jumped by double Shinobis. Okay, this is not
I
gonna
do
be
kind of
fun.
get that. I mean,
But
yeah.
because who really had anything that offered any significant competition? You know what I mean?
Mm,
She got me. She got me. I'm pissed. But who offered any significant competition? You know?
uh, Star Wars
Decodable,
Fallen
what's
Jedi
up? What's
Order.
up? What's up? What's going on? What's going on?
Just kidding.
You said you want the collector's edition for what, man? The helmet and the map? I'm sorry, I just got to check the freaking comments because it's bad out here. We getting jumped and everything, and now we're jumping this Orochi.
Uh-oh. Jacob joins the
This
stream.
is not
That's
a
all
good
nuts.
place to be. It's a brawl now. It's
Okay,
Super Smash
hold on.
Brothers Brawl. Oh, dude, where did my team go? Okay, I gotta focus. I gotta focus. It's getting kind of crazy over here now.
Sorry.
Ah, you're good, dude.
uh,
See, the funny thing is we're playing two different paced games right now. My game is a big gank fest right now, dude. Like, in like, you
yeah,
know,
and then
Overwatch
mine's
is a
like,
little bit more spread out and everything.
yeah, come over here, and then come over here, and then come over here, and then
Nah, dude, mine is the salty spittoon, my boy. We are in the salty spittoon right now. This is what it looks like inside of there. If anybody wants to know, like, what the salty spittoon looks like,
Oh,
you
I
just step in
always
here.
wanted to know, but SpongeBob slipped on an ice cube.
I go to the salty spittoon every day, my boy.
Oh, I wouldn't.
I think this dude's not even playing.
I'm gonna Weenie Hut Jr.
You got a Weenie Hut Junior?
100%, dude.
I don't blame you, dude. Weenie Hut
Oh,
Juniors is the place to be. They probably got good ice cream there.
good job, dude.
Weenie Hut Juniors, dude. This Shigoki just knocked me out the way, you fat bastard. You
We've been
loser.
on for like 20 minutes, and now on to the second game I have written down. Oh, this is bad.
Come here, boy.
Okay. Hold on, let me pop this. Move the pimple.
Still parry.
I will say this a whole lot of cool indie games. Not Unravel 2. This was one of my favorites.
Now,
EA.
Unravel 2, that looked really, really interesting to me too, bro. Like, and I'm not really big into the indie scene, but it looked really good to me as well. Especially the aspect of it looks unique, and that's my thing now. I got a Nintendo Switch, so a lot of these games are, you know, indie games, right? That you can get on the Nintendo Switch. And I never really had an interest for them before, but now I'm starting to realize they married, dude. They're good games. They're really good games from good
indie
developers.
games are like the best on the Switch. I have one I'll talk more about
Yeah.
later, because it goes to a certain game that I'll talk about later. Take a drink every time I say that, by the way, because I'll probably say that a lot.
That's how you get drunk. These
That's how you
Shinobis are getting on my last freaking nerves, dude.
I remember, like, that was like when I forgot it was EA, but I remember seeing that trailer. I think honestly it was at Sony's press
Boy.
conference. I
The
wanna say
Unravel trailer.
the first for the first game, but they released it, and then I was like, I fell in love with the game. I've never played it, but they just like all of a sudden announced it at EA, and I was watching it with my brother, and then like right at the end they were like, oh yeah, the game is done and it's out today. Go get it.
I love those type of nice announcements though, because like you don't have to wait 15 years to play the game. You know, they're like, oh, you know, you guys are hyped. All right,
And it was
let's
like
not kill the hype. You guys can play it right now.
a game that like not like wasn't really too much, like nobody really said anything about it, so nobody knew that it was coming, and then it happened, and then it's like it was like, here's a game that I didn't know that I wanted, pretty much.
Dude, one of the games that I didn't know, and yeah, we actually did say Overwatch. Jack Wildebeest, he actually streamed Overwatch a lot. A
Hi.
lot.
Hi. I'm waving, but you can't see me. Hi.
That boy's a parry king, dude. Oh my god, he's a lord.
He's a parry king. But
He has the heart of the cards on his side.
and then it reminds me a whole lot of Little Big Planet, and it's like multiplayer. But it's also very like puzzle based because you're connected by one string, so like one character will have to go here, one character will have to go there. And it's like,
Well, I couldn't really get in a Little Big Planet. I don't know why,
oh,
dude.
I love
And I
Little Big
tried.
Planet.
I
played it on
tried
stream
so
once.
hard. Did you?
Yeah, it's so, because it's such like my type of thing. I love the art style behind it. I love
I'm
everything
not a
about it.
platformer guy, right? So I'm not very good at making platformers. And that's why I never played Super Mario Maker. because that's all about the creativity and everything that you can do. But I'm not that type of creative.
Well,
I'm
there's
more
always
I'm more creative, and I'll figure out how to kill you.
the
And not in
story.
a bad way. I'm talking more so like on this game.
I mean, that doesn't happen in Little Big Planet, but the story. There's the story mode, and then you can like play other people's levels, and then you can pretty much like Super Mario Maker. You can follow the character or the person, and then like when they make new levels, you get to play them first. That's how Little Big Planet has always been.
Dakota, dude, go check out my comments. She says she plays competitive on PC. She says she'll check you out. Probably give her a shout out too.
What's I
She's
got?
pretty awesome.
What do I got next? Battlefield 5. I don't play
Dude,
Battlefield.
Battlefield 5 is generic as it gets, dude. Generic sauce.
And that's one thing.
Generic government sauce.
Everyone at IGN was like complaining because Ubisoft took time to announce a new Just Dance, but like EA takes time to announce like Battlefield, FIFA, Madden every year. Like
No.
it's a whole lot of just like repetitive when it comes to this stuff.
Well, here's my thing about all the Just Dance and everything. That's an established thing that comes out every year. You know what I mean? But like something like Battlefield, dude, you need to be different. Like everybody knocks Call of Duty for, the whole space thing and everything and the future thing, but that's because they were trying to be innovative. It just didn't happen in the right way. Battlefield is not at all trying to be innovative with this World War II thing. And then to slap us in the face, and this is coming from a Battlefield fan. I love Battlefield. To slap us in the face, dude, with Battle Royale mode, to throw some cancer in there just for the sake of it. No, dude, stop
Weren't
it.
they just like, it's coming, bye? Like
Pretty much, yeah. Because
like,
I mean, it's gotten to the point of Call of Duty at its lowest.
Because it's just, well, and my thing when I said that it like the people with Just Dance is I also meant like the FIFA and Madden games because they've become staples, like as well. But nobody really complains when they're announced.
I mean, and like I said, that's because they're pretty much expected to be yearly. You know what I mean? That's all that's about. Like, people don't really like sports games like that. Some people do. But, people complain when you got something like Call of Duty that, yeah, it's yearly, but it has the audacity to try to release the same thing over and over. You know what I mean? If you're going to be yearly, you need to change it up a little bit. Sports doesn't necessarily change. You know what I mean? Sports kind of stays the same. So, but things like video games that are about shooting people and stuff, you can be creative. You know what I mean? Or if you don't want to be creative, be realistic and make it fantastic. But don't just like throw your stupid ideas in our face and then also make it terrible. You know what I mean? That's the thing. If you want to throw your stupid ideas in our face, it better be fun. Especially if you want to do it every year. That's my whole takeaway from that.
Thank you for enlightening me, sir.
No problem, my son. You come study with me, I show you how to do it.
I never really got into the Battlefield or Call of Duty or any of those games because they're too. The thing I like about Overwatch as a shooter is like it's not really realistic. Like it's fun and colorful. It's like those games are like very. Of course, they did say that
how do they keep rallying? God, I'm sorry. We're trying to put these dudes down, and they keep coming back to life.
I'm sorry. I'm taking the topic off of your beast.
Oh no, you're good, dude. I'm just not trying to lose to these boys.
They said that like they're trying with Battlefield to like make it more colorful. That's why they had like the Aurora Borealis and all that. But like,
I love Aurora Borealis. That's such a beautiful word for a beautiful thing.
I want to go see that.
Go see the Northern Lights. Yeah, dude, that'd be fantastic.
Yeah, that would be so cool. I want Overwatch could do that because they make stages off of like real world locations. They can do that. Blizzard.
That would be pretty cool. Blizzard, do your thing, boy.
Also, question: does Blizzard just not do E3 because they have BlizzCon? Because I don't think Blizzard. I don't think Blizzard had a president.
They save all their huge announcements for BlizzCon.
That's what I thought because they have their own convention.
But not Blizzard specifically, but id Software had me really excited for Doom. Did you ever play Doom? You ever play Doom in your life?
No, I heard I heard the new one's really good. Or the new one's pretty
dude,
good.
Doom is so good, dude.
And then
Doom's so fantastic.
And then Doom Eternal, was it called? That was also from the Bethesda's, was it? I don't know. It's from
For Honor's a fun game. For Honor's a really fun game. I love it. You should check it out. It's cool.
I won. Okay. So we talked about Battlefield. I've got nothing to really say about it. World War II.
Because they don't really give you anything to talk about. It's like, hey, you know what? Battlefield 1, right? Let's reskin it for World War II. Boom, game, do it.
You
Money.
can
You know,
build
that's pretty
stuff.
much how I picture the freaking board meeting. You know what I mean?
You can build stuff. Yeah, I do know what you mean.
But you
Oh,
can also, here's the selling point, boys. You can also take a tank and you can run it over the stuff they built, print it, money. There we go. That's the
some
game design right there, buddy. That's what
I
it is.
I got two people voted me sportsmanship. Like voted me like good sportsmanship.
You can vote for good sportsmanship in a video game.
Now you can yeah, you can endorse players. You can click on someone and be like, you were a good teammate. You were good sportsmanship. You were like the shot caller. Like, was that because I
You
suck?
know what's hilarious about that? This
What?
game, its name is For Honor, right? You think there would be
Well,
a lot of that type of stuff in here, a lot of honor and sportsmanship.
they're
This is
trying
the
to.
gankiest, most dirty cesspool of a game you could ever have.
They are
It's
trying.
so
They are
bad.
trying to get like the mean, rude people off of Overwatch. They're trying to like. They started making punishments for people who are mean, but like you can tell, like there's stuff. But it's just a whole lot of. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here, bro.
Oh, I thought I like accidentally like tugged on my mic, and I was like, oh no, because it was messing up for a little bit. Okay, so we talked about that. Madden, FIFA, and NBA. I just clumped them together.
Dude, I'm
Stuff
gonna tell
going
you
on.
right now, when it comes to sports games, dude, I'm not the biggest fan of sports games, but my family, they play 2K with the deepest religion that I've ever seen. It's incredible. And also,
Really?
my friend Decodable, dude, she says that she plays May. She mains May. Her name on here is
Oh,
Decodable too, with an A in front of it.
I hate
Um,
you. Just kidding.
and
I
she's
hate.
like,
I
I like
hate
May,
May.
dude. She's such a she's
'Cause
like a cute character. You know
she's
what I
such a
mean?
troll. I hate her. Oh my god. She's such
See, I don't
an
know. I don't
asshole.
know, dude. But I usually when I watch people stream and they play May, I freaking love it, dude.
What'd you say her name was? Decodable?
Decodable. You can go look at my chat.
Decodable, answer me this. Do you, when you're with your teammates, do you randomly put up an ice wall behind you to block them from going in the same area as you? So you can get
I
the
doubt
kill?
that she does that. Oh, so she can get maybe. I don't know. I don't know.
So
We'll see.
most
Let's see.
mays do that. Most mays. And that's the thing. I'm sure you're like a very, very good May player. I will say. I'm not ragging on you. I'm sure. I bet you're very, very, very cool. Ha, May, cool.
Ha! The puns. We got him.
I do. Okay. Uh, I will say like the one cool thing I got from like the sports games is now they made it you can pick you can pick your celebratory animation.
Is that really what they got? That's like that animation.
That's like the
I
thing
love
that
it.
the thing that I want that I was like cool because it's
It's
like
like this is
Overwatch.
what's gonna make me be a sports game fan. How did I fall off the cliff? I didn't even fall off of it, dude. Come on, bro. Don't do me like that.
Okay, so I did that. Oh, get out of here. Command and Conquer Rivals, the app that I don't know if anybody's playing.
I'm gonna tell you like this. I think that was a complete spit in the face of the fans.
See,
Especially, dude, Command and Conquer has a huge fan base, right? A deep fan base that goes back.
I don't know if I've
They
ever
were
heard of it.
expecting a new Command and Conquer, and they got
Oh,
spit in the face when they announced that it's cell phone game for them, dude. It's so bad. And then they had the nerve, dude, to freaking play it like it was an esport.
oh, I hated that. That was so.
That was so cringy. That was so bad, bro.
And then the people there were like, uh, the other people were like, yo, I kicked his butt, and I was like, don't talk like it's cool. You know you're just getting paid to do this. Don't talk like this is
You
like,
don't
don't talk like
talk like
this.
this.
It's like we
It
all
was
know
so
that
bad.
you just want to be like, oh, I would rather play Clash Royale. Or like Clash of
I don't
Clans.
know what was worse. I don't know if that was worse or the Madden dudes, because the Madden dudes were mega cringe. Like, it was so cringy. I hadn't
Too.
cringed that hard in a very long time.
I did like when the like player was the one that won was like holding the belt and was like, you want to go round two, lose again? I did kind of find that funny. He
Just
was like,
talking real bad to him
you
up
want
on stage.
when the other guy looked like he could beat him up.
And he looked like he wanted to whoop him too. He's like, bro, you lucky we on E3
And
right
then he
now,
took.
bro. I'll smack you in the face.
I bet he didn't give the belt back because he took it from him and then walked off stage in a different direction. So I guarantee he went like straight to his car and was like, bye.
He said we got to get that paper, man. I was like, bro, shut up, bro. Shut up. I was like, for your dignity and everybody else. Have you ever been so embarrassed? Like, have you ever been like somebody ever been so cringy that you've been embarrassed for them and to the point where you were like, please stop for the sake of both of our embarrassment?
That's exactly how I feel about like Office. Some of the things they say on The Office are just so astronomically bad.
But see, that's the point of The Office, which is why it's a funny show, right? When you do it in real life, it's so awkward and bad. It's just like it's one of those moments you remember for your whole life. We are deathballing. We are straight deathballing.
So at that point, that's all the EA games that I have hands-on notes for. Now we get into other games that were on day one. What do we got? A lot of them will be like indie, probably. I'm trying to think. There's Code Vein, this like anime.
Yo,
Dark
so
Souls.
Cold Vein. Yeah, that's a pretty freaking interesting game because I didn't know what that was at first until Thug Life clued me in on it. And it's like anime Dark Souls.
See, I didn't even know if you heard. I was like, should I say it? I'll say it. But
Nah, dude, I know about everything.
Well, see, I'm probably just gonna go through all my games and then like bring up some shit about them.
Well, I pretty much watched the entirety of E3, and it was mostly at work.
What did you watch? Like, what stream?
Oh, I watched it on GameSpot. I like GameSpot stream.
Does do really good. I used to watch GameSpot.
They do really good stuff. Now, they had a pretty cringy group of like commentators, but
they always do.
I think everybody's cringy at this point in time.
Twitch had last year. I watched some of Twitch. Twitch had like kind of cringy.
The Twitch do the worst, dude. Oh man.
But I like IGN because they all do like they're all pretty much reporters, like, but so like one's dedicated to Nintendo, so he writes things like Nintendo reviews. Some do. Like,
were you old enough to remember X-Play? Did you ever watch like G4 TV?
Oh heck yeah.
Yeah, dude. I used to like Adams. I used to like when they went to E3. That was my favorite. When like Adam Sessler, Morgan Webb. Yeah, like, dude. That was always the best.
Olivia Munn.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's
yes, sir.
Like, and now Olivia Munn's like in movies, and it's weird. But, I mean,
it is weird to see her in movies. Cause I'm like, dude, you weren't supposed to be in movies. You're supposed to be a video game host.
I want you to hold a Butterfinger and just like. And
Kristen,
just, like,
what's that girl's name, dude? Kristen Holt from Cheats was one of my first crushes.
See,
when I was younger.
That's when I like first knew about his hardware too.
See, I was watching G4 TV when Cheat was on, and like when it was a show called dude, what was it called, man? They would only show like trailers from video games. It was called like Cinematech is what it was called, and it would just show like trailers from like newer games, trailers for games that were already out, but it would just show like trailer after trailer, and it was pretty much what YouTube was before YouTube came out. And like,
I think I remember
that's pretty much what it was, and it would come on at night, and it'd be Cinematech Nocturnal Emissions, and that's when they show like stuff from like DDA volleyball and all that stuff, dude. Like all the stuff you couldn't watch during the daytime, like all the games that were like rated M for like girls being naked and stuff like that. They show it during Nocturnal Emissions.
Attack of the Show. I watched X-Play.
Attack of the Show was cool.
But then it got to like when I started watching it, they'd play it like at a certain point, and then they'd just play reruns of Cops, and like that's when you knew, like, okay, it's over.
It was getting bad. Yeah, when they were doing like the Cops and Arrested Development and all that stuff, and no more video game shows.
I watched all their American Ninja Warrior. Like that's when I was super into American Ninja Warrior because of G4. Like I'd always watch.
That shaman got me killed. I started watching Ninja Warrior on G4 when it was just Ninja Warrior. When it was like the Japanese Ninja Warrior. I didn't actually watch American Ninja Warrior that much, but because I had stopped watching G4 around that time. But when G4 was in its heyday, dude, I didn't watch nothing else besides like Cartoon Network. It was Cartoon Network and G4. That was it, and
I
it was
will
mainly G4.
I will say, uh, this is gonna sound weird. The Disney XD, the Disney Channel, the sub Disney Channel, pretty much meant for boys. Uh,
Hmm.
they used to. They don't do it anymore, which kind of sucks. But they used to. Play the game again. We out here. Okay.
Dude, I
Uh,
used to play Naruto.
they used to do that. But they used to like recently start doing video game. They do a show dedicated to IGN. They do a show that was specifically like Overwatch competitions. They do like all sorts of shows. They do
Really?
like yeah, and then that's actually on IG on Disney XD. They played IGN's coverage for the first 4 days, the days that had the
Of
conferences.
E3?
Yeah, they played it all. The only thing is
Wow.
they had to blur out the violent parts,
Oh,
and then they also cut out Last of Us's trailer,
the
cause
kiss. Yeah.
yeah, the two girls kissing. So I had to like pull it up on my phone when it was almost over. But other than that,
Yeah,
I
they didn't.
watched it.
They didn't like that. I guess they didn't like the whole girls kissing thing,
I times we live in.
right? I guess.
I guess I can't say anything. Okay, so what were we talking? Code Vein. That's what we were talking about. I didn't get too much about
Yeah,
that,
dude. I
but
don't really like the fact that it seems like a Dark Souls clone, but I don't want to call it a clone. But it really
it's
looks
a
very very similar to Dark Souls. But I like the anime style though. I'm a weeb, of course, so
it is a
I
Dark
like the anime
Souls
style.
that I would play. I will say that because I do like the anime style. There's a few games that like I saw the anime art style, and then I picked up on like the gameplay because a lot of games are like games I wouldn't play, and then like because of the art style or because of like how it looks, I'm like okay.
I just hope for the sake of originality and for the sake of like everybody's sanity, they don't try to just make they game harder than Dark Souls for the sake of making it harder than Dark Souls.
Yeah,
Because like Dark Souls is already hard enough. Don't try to outdo Dark Souls, and that's why I don't like the fact that like people get to comparing these type of games to Dark Souls, but you can't really help it because it's exactly what it's based off of. But I hope only Dark Souls really knows how to do Dark Souls right. So don't try to be Dark Souls. Try to be something completely different. That's all I can hope for.
that's kind of how
You're
I
already kind
feel
of blowing it.
when like other people make fighting games and they're always constantly compared to Smash Bros. And then it's
Yeah,
like
or
you
like
kind of
Street Fighter or something like that.
yeah, because then you kind of already know that like they might not do well because they're not gonna live up to those expectations. Some of them do
Right.
well, but
Yeah, but stuff that has been unfortunate, like you getting compared to a masterpiece when you're getting compared to Dark Souls. You know what I mean? It's not really
exactly,
fair. Plus, they kind of pioneered that super hard, that the way that everybody kind of does the same thing. Now
yeah,
that Dark Souls kind of started the same control scheme, the same kind of like lock-on system, the way same combat systems. That was a Dark Souls thing before it was anything else. So like people are just straight ripping it off, and the same thing happened with Doom, Wolfenstein, all that stuff. Innovators get copied. Just don't like stake everything on what they built. Build something that's yours.
exactly. Build
That's
something
how you
unique.
make a good game.
Build something that you can pretty much say is your own. Can't say it's like
Right.
you can something that like you don't have to say oh it's inspired by this like this came from my brain. It's
But I do like how it looks, though. I do like how the game looks.
I really like
So
it.
I'll be picking it up.
I have to like look back at it because I can't quite remember what it was like. But the next game, this has to go with earlier when I was talking about indie games on the Switch. Uh, don't know if you heard about it. This indie game, this isn't the game, but this indie game, Oxenfree.
Hmm.
And I don't know if you heard about it. It's like pretty much a
No, I
thriller.
haven't actually heard of that one.
It's a multi-choice thriller game, pretty much about like teenagers on an island, and it's like supernatural, and it's very cool. You get different dialogue options, and you have to like certain things happen, and you can pretty much influence different endings. Uh, the same studios that made it are making a game called After Party, which is one of my favorites of E3 because it's literally a drinking game with the devil.
Oh,
It's an indie little story game. You get dialogue options, but you can also play like beer pong in between. Oh, it looks so
that's
fun.
kind of tight. See, that's innovation. That's what innovation is right there.
Because
Being different.
it plays similar to Oxenfree, but it's not supernatural, and it's got its own, like Oxenfree didn't have mini games like that, and it's like it looks really cool. See, I'm
You know
opening
what?
up.
I have your brother. If I can go off on a tangent real quick, I have your brother to thank for introducing me to indie games, because he actually got me playing Don't Starve.
Oh,
That was
Don't
one of the
Starve.
first big indie games that I ever picked up. So he got me playing Don't Starve, which made me more open to indie games in general. So I have him to thank for that.
Don't Starve. I played that on stream. Actually, my brother
Did
played
you?
it. My little brother played it, and he's so good at it.
You know
Like,
what, dude? That's two games that we have. We'll have to next time we
next time.
stream, we'll have to stream some Don't Starve. We'll get Thug Life in here too. We'll stream a long session of Don't Starve.
Oh, that'll be fun.
Yeah, dude. We'll need to do that. That'll be epic. It'll be fantastic.
But yeah, After Party. It looks real, and it's got like a really cool art style. I know I say that a lot, but like I feel like, and that's like you can tell that I'm an artist when like the first thing I look at is art style.
Right.
And when the thing that like the fact that Overwatch drove me to a first-person shooter was because of its art style. That proves that I am an artist.
I look at art style a lot for games too, but that's because Zelda's my favorite series, and one of the big things about Zelda has always been the type of art style that it goes with for every game.
Exactly.
So I tend to look at art style first as well, and I prefer a more realistic art style, but it depends on what you do. Like Wind Waker, for instance, has that super cartoony vibe to it, but it does it so well that I appreciate it. But games like
Exactly.
Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts has some of the ugliest art style I've ever seen in my life. I can't even bring myself to play it.
I'm trying to think of
It's
a
just
game that
ugly.
like has really bad. I don't think I can really off the top of my head think of one that has bad art style.
A game that has a bad art style?
Yeah, it's not like well, you said Banjo and Kazooie, something that like
Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts is one of them. If I had to think about another one, I know there's games out there that are just plain ugly. To me, Medieval, an old game for the PlayStation 1. It's
oh
called Medieval. To me, has an
I
ugly
know
art style, and
that
I
because
don't like that. I can't play that game because of how ugly it is to me.
PlayStation All Stars is the only reason I know Medieval.
Oh yeah, he was on there. Yeah, that game's ugly, dude.
Oh, dude, but I feel like because it's PS, I feel like that's part of its charm. Like,
It is, but I
because that was a
personally don't
cult
appreciate
classic.
it. You know, art's subjective. I don't like it.
That's very true. Okay, this is one that I think you'll like. Dead or Alive 6.
Yes, 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 yes. Dude, Dead or Alive 6. You know how long, bro? Dead or Alive is my actual I prefer Dead or Alive to Tekken, right?
See,
I
and you
actually
told
prefer
me
it to
that.
Tekken. So, yeah, so now that Dead or Alive has actually been announced and it's not all about skimpy naked women, I can actually focus on getting good at the game. Because I'm gonna be real, I don't want to play a game, what I mean, where I'm trying to fight and girls' titties are just bouncing in my face, dude. That takes the concentration away from the fight. I want
And
to
that's
fight,
what,
you know?
and that's what I was telling you. That's what kind of drove me off of. I haven't, but it drove me off of Blaze Blue, Cross Tag Battle, because
Yeah, because like girls dress like whores,
it's
and it's
very
just
like
like, come on, man.
Maximilian Dude said it, but it's very anime waifu.
Yeah,
Like
and that's like
roster.
the curse that's been going on with fighting games lately. You look at like Street Fighter, right? Street Fighter 5 is a huge offender. You know what I mean? Like
Oh,
Street Fighter 5
dude,
makes its
I
girls super
hate it.
sexualized for no reason at all.
But
There's no reason for it.
you look at like Injustice. Sure, they make like sexy poses, but they're not wearing skimpy outfits. They're all wearing like
They're
super
wearing
suits.
their superhero outfits that they've been wearing. Like it's not like they say, oh, you know what, Wonder Woman's not showing enough cleavage. You know what I
And
mean?
like
Take half of her outfit off. They
and
don't do that.
and Wonder Woman and Supergirl, their default outfits come in pants, when usually they come in
Right.
like skirts or stuff.
Right. And like I'm
So
not one for like judging a woman by how she dresses or nothing like that. But I'm just saying like this, dude. I just as a dude who's like not a perv, or I don't need to see naked women all the time. I don't want to play a game where the girls are half naked. Any girl character you choose to play with is half naked. I just don't want to do that, dude. I feel
cause
like girls don't necessarily dress like that all the time, so why would a girl
exactly.
dress like that to come fight? if the dudes dress like they're coming for a fight, why don't the girls dress like they coming to fight too? That's my
Exactly.
thing.
I will
They're
say,
not coming to be strippers.
and we're saying about like how they dress. My favorite character who's gonna be in Blaze Blue, he doesn't wear a shirt, so and he's got
But that's like
muscles.
indicative of like a dude, though. You know what I mean? Like if a dude's gonna fight,
He
you've
does it
seen a
because he
dude like have you ever seen a fight? You know, a dude. Most dudes take their shirt off before they fight. It's just a
well
weird male thing. You know what I mean?
the story behind it because he's from Persona 4 Arena, and in the actual Persona
Uh huh.
game he's from, he like actually dresses in clothes, but he says in the fighting game that it's easier for him to move around if he's not wearing a shirt because he's a
Which
boxer.
makes a great deal of sense.
So it actually makes sense. And all the girls in that game don't wear like skimpy outfits. He's
But they are high school girls. But you'd be surprised. Shoot, Japan don't care how old you are.
high
They
school
gonna put you in
girls,
something nasty.
high school girls that kick ass. Uh,
Right.
but one thing I really liked about Dead or Alive, they made a point to make sure that like it wasn't all about the women. Like they said that. What did they say? I wrote down a quote. They said the game it's about all the fighters, not just the girls.
Which is how it should be, because I
It's
mean, I like to
literally
play. I don't really like to play girls in fighting games, but in Dead or Alive, I actually really do like to play the girls because they're really good characters. But they were just so like, "What are you wearing?" You know, that I was just like, "Nah, I'd rather
and
not."
like they put the main girl in now like a Black Widow like suit, like a
Yeah,
full
Nina,
body
she
suit.
got an actual agent suit like she should wear instead of some kind of like skimpy dress, nightclub dress. And I guarantee you they're gonna release a DLC that like has the skimpy outfits in it because like people are gonna complain.
They're
You know
gonna
what I mean?
do.
Like some dog hard fans are gonna be like, dude, this is not Dead or Alive without like the sexuality.
I guarantee they're gonna do like swimsuit packs, but they're gonna do them for everyone. So they're gonna do like skip, but they're gonna do them for everyone. Because if they're
Oh,
saying it's about all the fighters,
I would almost think they put a swimsuit pack in the game regardless. Like just for real, like the last character you earn for everybody is probably a swimsuit or something. And like you said, I understand they probably put it in for the dude just to be even. It's like, yeah, the dude has one
or
too, but then it's like,
if they want to say it's about all the fighters, then just make the swimsuit pack for the guys, and then get like just the guys, and don't release like skimpy outfits for the girls.
I think they should sell all the skimpy outfits separately so you can know who put in the money so they can see that girl in a skimpy outfit. If somebody paid for it.
Yeah, that's one thing. Yeah, that's one thing that like kind of
I
makes
just
me
got cut.
that people pay for the like because there's some skimpy outfits in Street Fighter 5 that like people pay for. And it's like,
And
ooh.
I'm like, dude, you just a perv, dude. I'm like, dude, porn exists. You know what I mean? Like, why do you have to go look at the? Why do you have to get this from a video game, dude? Like, we live in the 21st century.
Hope there's
Do it
no
like everybody else.
kids on my stream.
This is grown man
They
hours.
probably won't. The grown man hours. 10:13. Okay.
10:13 specifically is grown man
I
hours.
always say the time specifically. Okay. Dead or Alive. I don't have too much notes about that, which is weird.
Well, they
Uh,
didn't give us too much information either. You got to remember that.
they didn't. That's
Just
true.
basically an announcement that it was coming,
They showed like the
which is enough
tutorial,
for me because I'm
and that
not
was about
super
it.
like nobody was super hype about hearing about Dead or Alive, but it's like one of those things where you didn't know that you actually wanted to hear about it until you heard about it.
Which is what like Anthem was for me, or other games that we will mention.
Anthem was cool, dude. Anthem was really cool. I think if it wasn't for Smash Bros. Or Resident Evil, then Anthem or Fallout would have been my top and show.
It
Well,
might.
no, actually, I forget because they have those samurai games. I just can't remember what the names of them are.
Oh,
There's two of them in particular. One from Software, the Dark Souls boys, and then one from another
Sekiro,
developer. Yeah,
Sekiro, and then uh, Ghost of Tsushima, which
yeah, Ghost of
I
Tsushima.
have
That's the
stuff
one
for
that
both of
everybody's real
those.
hype about.
So, well, we're now on the day 2, so we're getting farther. Are we fine to keep
Protect
going?
my back, people. Oh yeah, dude, I'm done. Keep
We
going.
got,
We're
we got
we're just killing. We're in here killing people.
5
I
more
like how he
days.
attacks me. He kills me when all four of us are in here.
Okay, so day 2, which I will say, I don't necessarily, uh, I don't have an Xbox, But I will say Microsoft pulled their punches this year.
You think so?
Yeah, because they
See, I'm
have.
gonna have to go ahead. This will be one of the few times that we'll probably have to disagree, because I think Microsoft did a horrible job.
I just.
I think they were worse than show behind EA.
Oh well. I'll say because usually I'm behind Sony. I didn't necessarily like Sony's that much. I mean, I like
You
the
didn't like
games they announced.
Sony's?
I like the games they announced. It's just it was too
Oh no,
little.
the presentation itself was awful.
The
The presentation
presentation,
itself was bad.
and it was too little. I felt it was too. It was
They
like
gave us what we wanted. They gave us games that we knew about already and that we wanted to see more of. And they played it safe. I think because they knew Nintendo was coming with the heat.
because they knew Nintendo was coming with the heat, and then
Uh-huh.
EA was gonna announce Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order.
Right. That was the worst announcement of the entire E3. The way
Oh,
it was
everybody
done
thought
was
that.
so terrible. So bad the way it was done. He's like, oh yeah, don't you guys have something in development? He's like, girl, get away from me. He's like, how dare you? You could see it in his eyes. You know what I mean? You could see how mad he was that she would come over there and then just break his game out like that.
The fact that they gave Battletoads way more than than a Star Wars game. Like Battletoads
Not
got a
to mention, I'm
logo.
almost pretty sure that game's canceled now. Or not canceled, but it's on like hold.
Ooh.
I think I read some news about it. I know a Star Wars game is on hold now. I just don't know which. I think it's that game though.
Well, that's the only other one besides Battlefront, unless they're holding the Battlefront
They
DLC.
they put it on hold because it wasn't supposed to be announced.
Because it wasn't supposed to be announced. Well, they shouldn't have
Yeah.
said it.
She was blabbing her mouth, dude. That's the point. She should have shut up.
That's why you say like, we got some stuff, but stay tuned. That's literally all you have to say. She tries to pry it out of you, then like, okay, bye. Because kind of.
I would have said, please leave me. I'd embarrassed her.
I'm gonna blame her because
Yeah, I
she's all
blame
like,
her.
because she's all like, we want to know when to play it, and he's like, holiday next month, and then she's like, okay, well that kind of dampens everybody's mood, or she says something like that, and then like, okay,
I mean, not to mention, she was 50% of the cringe.
just, I don't even know who she was. I do like there was one part she was like, who's excited for the World Cup, and then just, yeah, like barely.
Yeah, nobody cares, dude. Like, and not that nobody cares, but that's not why we here. You know what I mean? We're not here to see World Cup.
We're not here to, yeah, we're here to see, we're here to get more papers. We're, or whatever they said. I can't remember.
Get more papers.
Get those papers.
Get that paper. We're here to get that bread.
Okay, so first, I got for day 2, Forza Horizon 4.
See, now here's what you got to understand about Microsoft with me as well. I don't own an Xbox One. So a lot of the stuff that they announced simply passed by the radar with me because I don't own an Xbox One. But I will say this: Forza is a freaking amazing series. I love Forza.
Looks, every time they do it, I just like get caught up in like the beautiful graphics. The budget on those games are like so amazing. Especially 'cause
but the only problem with it, the only problem with Forza is it needs to change. It's the same thing now. You know, like it's been the same thing since Forza. Not to mention Forza has 2 series. There's Forza Motorsport, which is traditional Forza. Then there's Forza Horizon. But the only real difference is that Forza Motorsport is more traditional racing, and Horizon is kind of more not street racing, but more freeform racing, if that makes sense. More like street on the street racing, not circuit racing.
The thing that they said was it's going to involve actively changing seasons, which can open up new like tracks that you like. They said there's a lake on one track because it takes place in Britain. There's a lake in one track that in summer and spring you'll go around it. In winter you can drive on it, and it opens up a new like. It opens up a new like they open up new ways to play the game pretty much. Now,
that's actually pretty interesting.
I don't know how big that's going to be, but that was like the thing that made that was the thing that made me kind of interested in it.
Here's the thing about Forza. If I get an Xbox One, which I will at some point in time, I will be picking up Forza. It impressed me. But the hard hitters did not impress me. Halo Infinite. We needed more than a cutscene because Halo 5 was garbo. Halo 5 was trash.
See,
so we needed more.
I
I
see.
played Halo 5
I don't play Halo.
thoroughly in college. All right,
Yeah,
Halo 5 was not fun. Halo
certainly
5
not.
was the worst Halo.
Oh,
I did
pop-off
not like it.
soldier. Yeah, I'm the one soldier down here, dude. I hit him
He's
once
like,
and he
I'm the
died.
only soldier.
I hit him once and he died. It was so great. Uh, what? Okay. Yeah, Halo. I don't even remember the trailer. I'll say it. I don't even remember that and the Gears, whatever.
Basically, the Halo trailer was essentially some. It was a show off of the in-engine like nature aspect, how the Halo ring that you'd be on looked and everything. They showed it all in engine, real time, and it looked brilliant on the Xbox One X and everything, right? But they showed us no gameplay that was real. It was just some soldiers riding around in a warthog. Then it was a cutscene with Master Chief with his helmet in his hand, and that was the end of it.
And
Nothing pivotal. Go ahead.
I will say when a game just releases with the trailer, like I get when it's like its first year being announced, but when it's a game that like everybody, because everybody expected new Halo, everybody expected
Right.
it. So when it's a new game, uh, that everyone knows is coming, and you just give a trailer and then that's it, it kind of like gets me like, okay, this might
It
not do so
dampens
well.
the spirit of people, dude. So
Exactly.
people watch E3 to see the games they want to see, right? Halo has had enough time to come to E3 with gameplay, and most of the Halo announcements come with gameplay. This was the first, one of the, this is one of the first ones we didn't get. Jesus Christ, excuse me.
Oh, I thought
Excuse
you
me,
were like
people. I'm
cheering because you
sorry.
won at first.
Nah, dude, I was sneezing because my nose tickles.
Oh, tickles. Ooh, come on. You wanna play? Oh, thanks.
You wanna play rough? Okay, I'll play with you.
The next game that uh, I hope, and a lot of these I don't know if they're just like Xbox exclusives. I hope this isn't Ori and the Will of the Wisps.
Now, a
Like,
lot of people are really excited about that game. I myself have never played that game, but I
Ori and
know
the
the hype behind it.
uh,
Especially when I worked at GameStop, when Ori and the Will of the Wisp, the first one was out,
the
people
Blind
love
Forest.
that freaking game. Yeah, yeah, in the
Oh,
Black Forest. That's what I'm sorry about that.
it looks so good, and it was like I didn't. I watched a Let's Play of it, which don't do a Let's Play of it because people complain if you talk over the cutscenes. But because Let's Plays are supposed to like be like shut up and let the viewer enjoy it.
Yeah, that's pretty much what a Let's Play is. Like, you can talk when you're playing, but you're supposed to be
Oh,
experiencing
I
the
thought
game
like
as
Let's
you
Play
go.
was like experience the game with me, and that because like
Yeah.
if I'm gonna watch a game for like the gameplay, I do no commentary. I make sure I
Usually I
put.
do too. Like, I go to sleep to long plays, and I like to watch like Zelda long plays with no commentary.
Exactly.
But
Or
I
I do like.
also like Let's Plays a little bit. If it's a game that I don't necessarily care too much about, I just want to like watch some stuff about it. I'll
That's how
watch a
I
Let's
get
Play
into.
about the game.
That's kind of how I get into a lot of video games, cause like the I like to watch Let's Plays of games like that from people who know nothing about the game, and then I get their like honest opinion and like other people's view.
I used to watch a lot of Game Grumps Let's Plays about Sonic games because I thought it was so funny.
Ah, Game Grumps are so funny. I've got this Halo
I've
guy.
kind of fallen off from them now. I don't like them that much now, but they used to be really hilarious to me, especially the Sonic ones, dude, because they rag on Sonic so hard.
Everybody rags on Sonic.
Sonic is my boy, dude. I wish they wouldn't talk about Sonic so bad. She's trying.
Uh, I'm trying to think what all. They didn't really. Honestly, the one thing about the new Ori is it looks the same. It's gonna be
Yeah,
sad.
that's what I kind of saw about it too. But I mean, hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? It's only a second game.
I mean, it looks beautiful.
I need to play the first one. When I get an Xbox One, that will be one of the first games that I try to pick up as well because I've heard like really good things, and you don't hear too much about Xbox exclusives that much. Xbox just they don't have really good exclusives this time around, so
See,
to
I
play a
don't know
good
if
one will
it's
be refreshing.
I don't know if it's exclusive or not. See, I have no
Is
clue.
it not exclusive?
I don't know because the Let's Play I watched they did play it on Xbox, but
I think that's an Xbox exclusive. It launched with the Xbox One, the Black
it might,
Forest.
yeah,
It didn't
it might.
launch with the system. I mean, what I meant is that it's actually packed in. It was packed in with a Xbox One bundle. Is what I meant to say.
Oh, dude, that's good. Uh, what do we got next? Oh, that's not me. I thought that was me.
This boy Doomgel is getting
Oh,
cucked. That's what's going on right now.
another one of my surprises. Jump Force.
Yeah, Jump Force is one of my most anticipated. I would be more hype about it if I didn't just pretty much think that it was Jump 2. It was if I didn't think that it was just what's the name of that game? J-Stars 2.
Oh, I played
Yeah,
that on
dude,
stream.
because that's pretty much what it looks like. It looks like J-Stars 2.
It looks, I will say, it looks better. It looks a lot
It
better.
looks better, don't get me wrong. It looks a lot better.
I think it's going to have a better story. It's got Zoro in it, which Zoro wasn't in J-Stars.
Right. We needed him, for sure.
And then the Death Note characters.
I want to see why Light Yagami's in it, dude. Like, that's what I was just about to say. I need to know why my boy Light's in it.
I did find out he's not going to be, him and Ryuk aren't playable. They're just going to be story
They're the antagonists.
Yeah, they're going to be key players in the story, which I like.
Which is still cool because, I mean, I wouldn't want them to be combatants and they're not combatants.
Especially not Light.
They shouldn't actually fight. I mean, they'd one-shot pretty much everybody.
I mean, Ryuk would be kind of cool, but it's just, and plus the fact that, like, I kind of expected that because the fact that they were the only ones not fighting, they were just sitting there, kind of made it
Right, just watching and everything.
Yeah.
They obviously orchestrated the whole thing, which, you know, we'll have to figure out what's going on and everything. But if they're doing a true Shonen Jump game, we need everybody. That's just what I'm going to say. Like, that's the only way y'all will compete, you know, is if y'all put every Shonen character pretty much in there. We need all the big boys.
Because it takes place, like, the main stage they showed was in New York. It takes place in America.
Yeah, it takes place on real Earth, which is pretty. That's pretty sick.
And a lot of people are saying that it's almost like the Avengers of anime, that it's going to be like the anime characters teaming up to take down the greater force.
I hope they do the story like that. I really hope they do, because if they make the story really good, dude, it has the potential to be one of my favorite games. And it looks good. It looks like one of those Unreal Engine 4 projects. Like, you know, have you ever seen like those projects where they'll try to make like an open world Dragon Ball Z game or something like that?
Yeah,
it looks like one of those projects.
And they still they look like realistic, but they still look like they're like from the animes.
Right.
Like,
and that weird style of like realistic environments but anime characters, it's weird but it works.
And like everybody's like excited because they're like, we want Yu Yu Hakusho, we want One Punch Man.
We need Yu Yu Hakusho. I don't care about One Punch Man, but we need Yu Yu Hakusho. We need him. We need him. We need Hiei. We need Kurama. We need them all, dude. Because Yu Yu Hakusho has a stellar cast.
I never like really appreciated Yu Yu Hakusho until I watched it with my brother, and it's just like it's the epitome of like 90s anime.
It is.
How it looks.
I love the art style. The art style's one of my favorite things. The way that uniforms look, how baggy they are for some reason.
And that's what
I love it.
That and Cowboy Bebop will always be like some of my favorite art styles because of the 90s anime.
Cowboy Bebop is just plain classic, straight up classic. Like art style, music. To me, music wise is the best though. It has some of the best music in any anime ever.
Opening might be the best anime opening.
Tank. Yeah.
I know, I played it for my brother. I played it for my little brother, and then I was like, okay, wait for it, and at the very end,
That's the best part. That's so good, dude.
I love that part, because it's like, it catches you off guard if you've never heard it before. And it's so nice. I need to watch that show again. I didn't watch all of it. I've been like in and out.
I killed myself.
I'm trying to think. They did in the interview, and this like is what makes me think it will be like Avengers, is they kept calling them superheroes.
Which is weird, because I've never really considered anime. I've never considered anime characters superheroes before. Goku's not really a superhero. He just kind of defends the Earth because he brings trouble to the Earth.
But me being like the weeb I am, I was like, they said superheroes. My Hero Academia.
You're right. Yeah, I know people are like saying there's no My Hero Academia. Everybody's gonna be mad.
Because they're not gonna be.
I'm not really a big fan of My Hero Academia, so I don't mind. But I do feel like they need to be in the game just to make people happy.
Baby, it's like it's one of their newer series, So
Right.
it's not gonna be like fresh out the shirt. It's like popular, but they're gonna but Naruto, One Piece, and Dragon Ball are like their three biggest one. I'm surprised Ichigo, like I'm surprised Bleach wasn't
Oh,
represented.
Ichigo's gonna be in the game.
I know he
You
will,
can you
but
can bet your bottom dollar.
I'm surprised he wasn't in the opening or wasn't in the
Well,
trailer.
because Bleach is one of the lessers of the top boys, you know, because like Bleach went out real bad. But Naruto, Dragon Ball, and One Piece are like the top three.
That is
Period.
very
Like
true.
those will always be the top three. Period. Bleach will probably be the runner-up, but it'll always be Naruto, Bleach, and One Piece. And it'll always be, or I said Naruto, Bleach, and One Piece. It'll always be Naruto, One Piece, and Dragon Ball. With Dragon Ball definitely being on top.
I think Dragon Ball will
Dragon
be on
Ball will
top.
never be beaten.
And then maybe like I feel like Naruto might take second. I feel like
Yeah, Naruto will eventually take first over Dragon Ball once our generation gets really old. But after that, I mean, until then, Naruto, like Dragon Ball will be on top. Because Naruto is pretty much the younger generation's Dragon Ball. Even though I like Naruto, I think Naruto's pretty
I
cool.
think that's a really good way to say it. I need to watch Naruto. I'm in the middle of watching Dragon Ball. Uh, Z, not Dragon Ball, but I'm currently to the World Tournament with
Oh, you're in
like
the Buu saga.
yeah, just about because Gohan just taught Videl how to fly, and now they're doing the junior tournament, and Kid Trunks beat up that Hickerbilly.
Oh yeah, the little boy. I forgot
Oh,
about them, dude.
sorry if that
When
was
their
a
mom was like cheering for them to lose and everything.
yeah, and then Bulma was like, "Shut up!" Like Bulma. Ooh, I
I
would,
just got two-shotted.
I want a Bulma in my life.
Me too, dude. I need
Dude,
Bulma.
I hated her
But I
at
think Goku
first.
said she has saggy titties though, so.
When they say that?
And Super, his key is all out
She's
of
getting
whack.
old.
So he's trying to like, yeah, he's trying to get to like King Ka's planet. So but his key's not working correctly. So like he gets transported all over the place. He ends up in Bulma's bedroom while she's like getting out of the shower and stuff. And then he tells her she has saggy titties, and then Vegeta gets mad.
Oh, Vegeta probably was like super mad. He's like, oh, I don't know. I don't.
Vegeta was like Kakarot.
Kakarot. Never. He just
I love how what's his name? The Broly. I love how Broly says Kakarot in Japanese. It's Kakarot! Yeah, I love the way he said that. That's so
I
cool.
love in English, and I can copy it. I love how Vegeta says Nappa. Nappa. Nappa.
Nappa! Nappa!
How he always
He's
said
like,
it.
come here, Nappa!
Every time. And
Nappa!
I love it so much. I love that he's just
Come
like,
here, Nappa!
he was like the bad guy, and they're like, okay, Vegeta, come join us. And I
He's
love
like,
that
alright.
18 was at the World Tournament, and like nobody said anything. Nobody like because it all.
Yeah, nobody remembered that the android. No, remember because Krillin erased it from everybody's memory. That's why.
Oh really? Well, because the time skip happened, and like nobody really said anything. So I was just
Yeah,
like,
but Krillin like wished that 18 would be like a real human and wouldn't nobody remember. Boo, nobody remembers Boo either for some reason. After the Boo saga, nobody ever remembers Boo. He just
oh
walks around
really?
freely in the streets. Yeah,
He's like, sup?
he's like yo
I
yo, and
tried to
everybody's
destroy
like
your
sup
planet.
Majin Boo Boo. Yeah, that's young Majin. Boo
Okay.
Boo.
Oh, I guess that did have to do with Jump Force. Tangents. Okay. We're not even done with. We're not even like. Okay, we're almost done with day 2. We are so all over the place. You said you can keep going, correct?
Oh yeah, dude, I'm
I'm
good.
gonna. I'm.
I'll probably get off, take a break, and get ready for my Resident Evil stream here in maybe the next 20-30 minutes.
Oh, okay.
I got to stream that for my boy MK. I know he likes to watch the Resident Evil streams.
Then we won't finish. Oh well.
We can always continue this later.
Okay.
I'll be down to continue the conversation.
Okay. Okay. Well, what
Okay.
we got next?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Oh, I got loot, by the way, people who are watching my stream, and I've been stuck on it for 2 hours. Did I already have this? I thought I already had this. I'm Vegeta now. Oh, I don't want that. What? Why did I do that? Sorry. Okay. Uh, next game, We Happy Few. I don't know too much about that. It's
We
like,
Happy Few. Now, I don't know too much about that neither. That's not a game that I really knew
it's
too
like
much.
a,
That's one of those anonymous games for me.
it's like, what do I got? It's like, uh, I'm trying to see, like, you play as three different playable characters. You can take a drug called Joy, that's like, uh, it turns anything bad or violent into like good stuff.
Hmm. Now,
And
I do
it's
remember
like,
hearing about that or something like that from like one of the highlights that I watched for E3, but I don't necessarily remember too much about that game.
and it's like, one of the things they said is it provides a tasteful look on current topics. So probably
A
gonna be some
tasteful
like
look.
political stuff.
Yeah, I try. I mean, I try to stay away from too many politically charged games, dude. Like, because it's always gonna bring controversy. You know,
Yeah.
and like even Fallout, I was almost scared. Not Fallout, Far Cry. I just got destroyed. I was scared Far
Ooh,
Cry was gonna like make people mad because of the whole Second Amendment thing and the whole gun crisis thing and everything. You know.
that's what I heard. A lot of people were kind of worried about that too.
Yeah, man, because people get angry about that kind of stuff. But
People
like,
get
I
angry
try.
about.
That's why I try to stay away from politics, dude. It's stupid.
I just there's a lot of things about politics I don't fully understand, so I don't want to like talk myself into a hole. And I just like I believe what I want to believe. People believe what they want to believe. I'm not gonna
Right.
bash anyone's opinions. They won't bash mine.
See,
The
my
main
problem is I will bash your opinions. That's why I stay. That's why I stay
I
all the way
just
away
I
from it.
just like I don't wear mine on my sleeve pretty much.
Right.
Is what
Which
I
is how
just
you should be. It's a private affair.
exactly. Not that there's like anything wrong with people who do that. I know I keep saying things that I feel like might be offensive.
Nah, you're good, buddy. You're straight.
Okay.
This is 2018. If anybody's offended now, they just need to chill out.
I don't remember Mutant Year Zero Road to Eden. Bless you. I don't know if I remember this
Thank
one.
you, sir. Mutants, Road to Eden.
Mutant Year Zero Road to Eden. Eden.
No, sorry, Bob. I don't remember that game
Road
either.
to Eden Goods. What have I got written down for? So, oh, I don't know. Sorry, Mutant Year Zero. I don't. It sounds
This dude's name
cool.
is Mr. Dorgat. I'm gonna
Oh,
destroy that. Oh, he got picked up and murdered.
oh, I think we got some good games to close out on. Actually, if we're gonna finish the stream. We got a game I like, and then two games actually that I know you'll want to talk about for hours. But uh, this game, Captain Spirit, that
Oh, okay, yeah. So that's
take
the game that takes place in the same world as
Life is Strange,
yeah. I never played
and
Life is Strange, but
I don't,
I
cause
watched a playthrough of it.
they're so sad. They're so
That
like,
game is sad.
but the thing is, that I heard this game's like worse. This game, and they dropped a bombshell that it's free. It's completely free and it's out now.
Really?
So yeah, so I might stream it. Like, that might actually be my like inaugural stream in the new house.
Oh, that'd
By the
be
way,
cool. I didn't
new
know it was
house.
free.
At least I think it's free. That's what I was told by my streamers, or by the people on the E3 stream. But it looks really cool. I like it because it's like you play as a kid, but I'm also afraid because like it's very sad, and I don't like
Kid's probably
sad.
gonna die.
I don't like sad movies or horror movies when it's children. Like it's too kind of
Yeah, I know what you mean.
children are innocent and pure. Children don't deserve the anguish. It's
Yeah, I
pain.
mean, but it is a fact of life that children die. You know, that's just a
Uh,
sad
I
fact of life.
know. It's probably because I have a younger brother that I'm like would do anything in the world for.
Right.
So
I
I
feel the
don't
same way
want.
about my younger sister.
I was like, I don't want to see like it because
See, it is weird though, because it even the book is even weirder, dude. Because they do
the
some weird
book's
stuff in there.
ugh,
The book's
ugh.
weird, dude. I don't like it.
I don't
They're
want.
doing
I
some
don't.
stuff children shouldn't be doing.
They do some stuff that like nobody should be doing.
That's
They do some
hilarious.
crazy stuff from what I heard, and stuff that
I
almost
do
made it
some
into the movie.
crazy
Ugh.
stuff. Yes,
Okay,
sir.
so and then it's pretty much both Captain Spirit and Life is Strange is pretty much like Telltale games. Is literally like their structure. Is the Telltale like the Walking Dead Telltale, where you can like have
I mean, here's
relationships?
here's a controversial opinion. I do not like Telltale games.
What?
I do not.
That's a good
Even The
opinion.
Walking Dead.
They're very.
I don't like the way they play. I would much rather just watch a show about it. I think
They're
that's
very.
how I feel about
I
it.
get that. I do really get that. They're very. They've got. I will say because the graphics used to be kind of horrible on them. They've gotten
Hmm.
really better. Uh, the one that I like the most right now, I've been watching playthroughs of it. The Guardians of the Galaxy one's pretty cool.
Oh,
But
is it?
yeah, I heard the Batman one's really good because
I heard the Batman one's good too.
they provide stories that are different from the source material. Like they don't just copy off of uh they don't just copy off of Walking Dead comics or the Batman or Guardians of the Galaxy. Like they kind of try to provide something that's completely different.
Which is I could appreciate that. Because I mean it's so easy to just say, "Hey, Batman versus the Joker again," right? But they actually try.
I think in this one
But
they
at
try
the
to make
same
him like
time,
a good guy.
I really do appreciate how they did The Walking Dead though. They did a good job for The Walking Dead. It's just I just personally don't like the way you have to play the game.
Yeah, it gets a little like because it's a whole lot of sitting, and then like it randomly is like, hey, options, and then you can miss them because you're not paying attention. That's how I played the game. I played the first chapter of the first season. Was like sitting there, and then it was like my first few options were silent because I didn't know it was giving me options.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because I was doing something on my phone. Because like I thought I heard that or my brother told me he was like it'll like let you know, and then it didn't. Or somebody told me that it'll let you know. Maybe it wasn't me. I'll just blame my brother for it.
Well, my buddy, I think I'm actually going to continue this conversation with you on another stream. We'll get a part two
Okay.
of the stream going on again, and we'll finish the conversation.
Deal.
But I thank
Good.
you, man, for coming to the stream and chilling with me, dude.
Well, no problem, dude. Thanks for joining me in the conversation. I will say, the next game we'll
Nope.
start with, Soul Calibur. So.
Oh yeah, we'll start with that. Cool. Actually, you know what? Let's plan on making the next stream. Let's make it Don't Starve, dude.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah, let's do that. That sounds
Let's
fun,
don't
man.
starve, and then I'm gonna circle Soul
Yeah. All
Calibur.
right. Well, everybody, thanks for viewing the stream. Thanks for everybody that dropped
Thank
by.
you,
Thanks for everybody that
everyone.
was having cool conversations in the chat. You guys are awesome. I'll be back on later on. Stream some Resident Evil 4.
Chat I didn't
Peace.
see. Bye. Bye. And hello, my stream. Hold on. Am I still on my stream? Yeah. Why did I think I was just off my stream? That's not how this works. I was like, why did I
That's not how
listen?
this works. That's
That's
not
not
how
how this
any of this
works.
works.
Joshua. Okay. Yeah, I wanted to let you close out your stream, and then I'll close out mine. And I'm also in the middle of a match. So I'll finish this match, and then I'll close out. Yeah.
So
Usually,
yeah.
usually, like, cause I say stuff, and then I don't say stuff, so it takes me like a minute to like fully like close out. Cause I'm like, yeah, thanks for watching. It's really
Tune in
fun.
for next week's episode of Dragon Ball Z. Dun 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 dun
Oh,
dun
what's that? Ooh,
dun 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 dun. That's how it used to go off.
I'm trying to think of like another show that does something like that. Walking Dead doesn't really do anything like that.
No,
Oh,
The
I
Walking
stopped
Dead
watching
just
Walking
goes
Dead.
up. I stopped
Spoilers.
watching Walking Dead too.
Because I'm on stream, so no spoils. But
Yeah, I stopped
uh,
watching it too, dude. It's bad. It's not a good
certain
show anymore.
they made all the wrong decisions, and now they're doing like
Yeah.
a time skip, and apparently Shane's gonna come back.
Yep,
I don't know, but I
but
think
not
that.
like to life, of course. But
Oh, okay.
the
You know what?
actors come to that.
I did thought I hear. Well, that doesn't. What? That still don't make sense. Who's he gonna be, the
I
Punisher?
mean, it does, but I'd have to spoil it for it, like for your
Oh,
stream. So I might have to say spoiler alert.
spoiler
It was,
alert!
it's common news, so it's not like a real big spoiler. But since Andrew Lincoln is leaving the show,
No,
you know,
I
I
didn't know
didn't
that.
know that. That's common
No.
news now. Yeah, dude, Andrew Lincoln is like this season, so that's why Shane's in it. He's gonna be like a hallucination or something, is what people are thinking. People don't know if Rick's gonna die, if he's gonna like go somewhere else, if he's like what's gonna happen to Rick. Nobody knows. It's crazy.
Ah, dude, I'm so mad at like
Yeah,
what
dude, Walking
what they
Dead's done.
what they.
Walking Dead is finished.
Oh my god, I don't trust them because literally, like, I don't. I had so much like faith. I know they'd make like cutthroat decisions, but their last one after that, like after everything seemed fine, I don't. I'm gonna say I don't trust them anymore.
The last decision that they made pertaining to certain somebody was when, like a certain somebody's death was the worst decision made on The
I
Walking Dead.
I just that I think that's like the best. Like I said, that's the best way to explain it. Is I don't trust how they're doing the show anymore. I don't really feel
No.
like tuning in every week because I'm just I don't feel like doing it anymore. I don't even know if
Well,
like what they're doing.
I have no idea, man. They're ruining it though. But I'm gonna holler at you, man. I'm gonna go get me some food and get ready for this next stream.
Okay.
All right, man. It
Uh,
was fun streaming. We'll get together. We'll do this again next week.
dope.
Cool. Peace, man.
Peace. Hello stream. Hi. Sorry I didn't like talk. Did I get comments on my stream? I usually. I'm so sorry. I don't. I don't have any comments. See, I think. Oops. I'm in the open. Thank you so much for watching. This was a very, very fun stream. I've been wanting to talk about E3. I hope you enjoyed kind of my take. One thing I really, really like about watching E3 streams and watching a lot of like E3 thoughts and opinions and like uh, talks and stuff is I really like hearing what everybody kind of has to say about about E3, what their favorite game was, what really kind of what games, what conferences kind of drew them in, and what they really liked. So that's something that I really wanted to do, and I hope that you guys like my opinions. We'll get back next week and talk about a whole lot more games because I have a whole lot more things to say. So thank you so much for watching. I really enjoyed streaming, and hope you had a good time. Peace out. That was